Title: Cardi B faints after Stefon Diggs' dark past finally comes to light. The calm before the storm. Cardi B had just wrapped up a stunning video shoot in Miami. The sun was setting over the ocean, and her laughter echoed through the villa. Stefon Diggs was supposed to arrive that evening for dinner. Everything seemed perfect. Fans had been raving about their bond, their chemistry, and the way the NFL star stood by her during her most challenging moments. But just as Cardi settled on the balcony, sipping her champagne and scrolling through her phone, her screen suddenly filled with dozens of shocking notifications. Her name was trending. Stefon's name was trending. And next to it, two haunting words: dark past. Bomb the breaking revelation. A viral investigative report had dropped online, filled with old footage, court documents, and testimonies that painted a version of Stefon Diggs the world had never seen before. The report claimed that before he made it to the NFL, Stefon had been involved in a mysterious underground network, one that allegedly handled illegal bets tied to college games. The most shocking part? Someone who claimed to be his former best friend had come forward, saying Diggs walked away from the group and left chaos behind. As the story unfolded, it became clear this wasn't about small-time trouble, it was about betrayal, survival, and a past he had fought hard to bury. Broken heart. Cardi's reaction. When Cardi read the headline, her heart dropped. Her phone slipped from her hands. "Please tell me this ain't true," she whispered to herself. Minutes later, Stefon's number flashed on her screen. She picked up, her voice trembling. "Cardi, Stef, what's going on? What is all this?" "Stefon, baby, please, don't believe everything you see online. I was young, I made mistakes, but I swear to you, I never hurt anybody." But the emotions were too much. Cardi's mind began to race, the fans, the press, the judgment. Her chest tightened, and before she could finish her sentence, she felt dizzy. Her world started spinning. Her assistant rushed to her side as Cardi's body went limp. She had fainted. Hospital chaos. When Cardi woke up hours later at Mount Sinai Hospital, the room was dimly lit. Stefon was right there, holding her hand tightly, his eyes swollen from crying. He hadn't left her side once. "Barty, I was scared," he whispered, brushing a tear from her cheek. She could barely speak. "Why didn't you tell me?" He sighed deeply, his voice cracking. "Because I wanted you to love me for who I am today, not for who I used to be." New Moon. Stefon's confession. For the first time, Stefon opened up fully, about his past, his struggles, and how he almost lost his dream before it even began. Years before fame, he had been part of a tight circle in Maryland. When the group got involved with shady deals, he tried to walk away, but that choice nearly destroyed him. He was blacklisted, nearly expelled from his team, and forced to rebuild from nothing. He admitted to Cardi that the guilt of those years haunted him, and he had vowed never to return to that darkness. "I changed. Football saved me. But meeting you, Barty, you gave me something to fight for." Tears streamed down Cardi's face. She could see the truth in his eyes, the pain, the regret, the redemption. Rose the public storm. News outlets exploded with coverage. Fans were divided, some turned against Diggs, calling him untrustworthy, while others praised his honesty and growth. Cardi B's team urged her to distance herself from him for the sake of her brand. But Cardi wasn't one to abandon someone she loved. That night, she posted a heartfelt message on Instagram. "Everyone has a past. What matters is who you become after the pain. My man stood tall through storms, and I'm proud of his growth. Love ain't about perfection, it's about truth, healing, and loyalty." Red heart. Within minutes, her post went viral. Thousands of fans rallied behind her, calling it one of the most powerful love statements of the year. Revolving hearts, a bond forged in fire. In the following weeks, Stefon and Cardi stayed quiet, avoiding the press and focusing on each other. They traveled to Turks and Caicos, away from the noise, where Stefan surprised her with a small oceanfront dinner, no cameras, no lights, just the sound of waves. As they watched the sunset together, he took her hand and said, "I can't change the past, but I can promise you a future filled with nothing but love and truth." Cardi smiled, tears glistening in her eyes. "Then that's all I need." Rainbow Epilogue, From Darkness to Devotion. Weeks later, Stefan's old teammates came forward publicly to defend him, confirming that he had walked away from that world long ago. His name was cleared, and Cardi's loyalty became one of the most talked about moments in celebrity relationships. Cardi often said afterward, "When I fainted that day, I thought my world ended. But maybe it was the universe resetting my heart, reminding me that real love stands even when everything else falls." And just like that, the couple emerged stronger, proving that even in the darkest storms, love can still find the light. Title: Cardi B faints after Stefan Diggs' dark past finally comes to light. A night that shook the world. It all started on what was supposed to be a blissful Friday evening. Cardi B and Stefan Diggs had just wrapped up a glamorous red carpet appearance in New York City, celebrating the launch of their new joint fashion line, a symbol of love, power, and unity. Cameras flashed, fans screamed, and social media lit up with hashtags like #CardiandStefForever and #RoyalCoupleGoals. But behind those radiant smiles, something heavy was brewing, something that had been buried deep in Stefan's past, waiting for the worst moment to surface. The shocking revelation. The couple returned home, unaware that a storm was about to hit. Cardi sat on the couch scrolling through her phone when a trending topic caught her eye: Stefan Diggs' secret exposed. Her heart skipped a beat as she clicked on it. What she saw next shattered her world. A series of leaked documents, old photos, and videos began circulating, all allegedly connecting Stefan to a shadowy incident from years ago, long before he ever met Cardi. According to reports, a close friend from Stefan's early NFL days had revealed hidden truths about a scandal that nearly derailed his career, one that involved betrayal, heartbreak, and someone from his past he swore he'd left behind. The documents hinted that Stefan once made a desperate choice that cost him not only friendships but also his peace of mind. The media twisted every word, painting a dark picture of him as a manipulative player who had deceived someone close to him, a narrative that spread like wildfire across every gossip page. Cardi's reaction: heartbreak beyond words. Cardi froze as the clips played. Her phone trembled in her hands. The same man who had written her songs of love, held her through tears, and stood by her during every storm, suddenly felt like a stranger. Tears filled her eyes as she whispered, "This can't be true." Her chest grew tight. Her breathing became shallow. She stood up, trying to reach for the wall, but her vision blurred. Within seconds, her body gave in, and she fainted. Her assistant, hearing the crash, rushed in and screamed for help. Within minutes, an ambulance was called. The entire world watched in horror as photos surfaced of Cardi being carried out of her home, unconscious, with Stefan right behind her, panic written all over his face. Stefan's confession. When Cardi regained consciousness hours later at the hospital, Stefan was sitting by her bedside, his head buried in his hands. His eyes were red, his voice hoarse. "Baby, I never meant for you to find out like this," he began, his voice trembling. "Yes, there's truth in what they said. I made mistakes back then. I wasn't the man I am today. I hurt people, and I hate myself for it. But I swear on my life, I've never lied to you. You changed me, Cardi. You made me better." Cardi turned her face away, tears streaming silently. "Why didn't you tell me, Stef? You said you were honest with me. You said no secrets." "I was scared," he whispered. "Scared of losing the only person who ever saw me for who I truly am." The media eruption. Within 24 hours, the internet turned chaotic. Millions debated whether Cardi should forgive him. Fans flooded social media with support and anger alike. "Cardi deserves better. People can change, y'all. He's human. Stefan ruined it all. Meanwhile, old friends and teammates of Stefan came forward, offering different sides of the story, some defending him, others confirming the rumors. News anchors dissected every angle, psychologists analyzed their relationship on talk shows, and fan theories exploded across TikTok. A painful silence. For days, Cardi remained silent, no posts, no interviews, no statements. Paparazzi spotted her leaving her mansion wearing all black, her face hidden under a large hoodie. She reportedly told friends that she needed time to breathe, think, and heal. Stefan, on the other hand, vanished from the public eye. Rumors claimed he had flown to Texas to spend time with family, while others said he checked into a private wellness retreat to escape the chaos. Behind closed doors, he reportedly sent Cardi daily handwritten letters filled with apologies, confessions, and promises to rebuild her trust. But whether Cardi ever read them, no one knew. Cardi's emotional return. Weeks later, the world gasped when Cardi B finally reappeared, at an event honoring women in entertainment. She walked on stage, dressed in a stunning silver gown, her eyes fierce yet calm. When she took the microphone, the audience fell silent. "I've learned that love ain't perfect," she began softly. "It's messy, it's painful, and sometimes it breaks you before it heals you. But I also learned that forgiveness isn't weakness, it's power. And I'm still figuring out which one my heart wants to choose." Her words sent chills down every spine in the room. Stefan watched from a private suite, tears in his eyes, realizing that even though she hadn't forgiven him yet, there was still hope. A message of redemption. In the following weeks, Stefan made a public statement on live television. No press agent, no PR polish, just him, raw and sincere. "I've done things I'm not proud of. I've hurt people I cared about. But I'm not the man I was back then. Cardi, if you're watching this, I love you. I'll spend the rest of my life proving that I deserve your trust again." His words broke the internet once more. Hashtags like #ForgiveStef and #PrayForCardi trended for days. The uncertain future. Though the world still speculated whether the couple would reconcile, insiders revealed that Cardi had started communicating with him privately again, not as lovers, but as two people searching for understanding after chaos. Friends close to Cardi said she still wears the diamond bracelet Stefan gifted her on their anniversary, a sign, perhaps, that love, no matter how dark the past, can still find light. Epilogue. Months later, Cardi posted a mysterious photo on Instagram, a sunset over the ocean with the caption, "Sometimes, endings are just disguised beginnings." Fans flooded the comments, convinced she and Stefan were finding their way back to each other. No one knows what the future holds for Cardi B and Stefan Diggs, but one thing is certain, their story, full of passion, heartbreak, and redemption, has captured the world's heart like never before. And maybe, just maybe, love will win again. Red Heart.
도시가 보이곤 해. 그 도시에는 또 다른 내가 하늘에 떠가는 비행기를 올려다보고 있겠지. 쳐다보고 있겠지. 묘한 짜릿함 그 속에 머물다 보면 어느새 제주 행진